Hey, it's Gamester Girl, where we do everything gaming related. And today I'm here with Elkciptish.
You can say Elkciptish, you can say Ain't No Joke, Ghetto Mario.
Okay, well, we're just going to call you Elky.
Elky,
Alright.
alright.
And today we are going to find out if video games can be turned into movies effectively. Elky, what do you think?
I feel like they can be turned into movies effectively if they stay true to where they came from. Kind of like how, if you look at recently, there was Sonic, and people everywhere probably known about it right now. When he first came out, Sonic was looking kind of ugly and janky looking. And so, like, he was looking really bad. And so what happened was that people I think this is the first time I've even heard about how people just went nuts all over the internet, and then they actually went back like, okay, we're going to set the movie release date back so we can make Sonic look better, more to what you guys want him to look like. Because he looked kind of weird. I understand they was trying to make him look realistic, but it was kind of strange looking.
Yeah, I do agree with what you're saying about maybe that they should have sticked better with the source material. Because if you ever watched the Mario live action, it was very different than what we have seen in the video games.
Mm-hmm.
But I am concerned on whether or not you are falling way too close to the source material, because one of the video games that I read that is coming out as a movie is Firewatch. And that is a big story video game. So I don't know if going too close to the source material would be a good thing. So what Firewatch is the main character. His wife suffers from dementia, and he loses control of his life. He becomes a drunk, and he takes this job as a person who watches out for forest fires. And you find out later on that there's some kind of mystery to it. So it is a big story video game, and I'm just wondering what else can they add to it without actually just doing the entire video game, but with real life people.
Well, from my perspective at least, if they're making a video game, if they're making a movie of a video game, for the most part, I would want to see movie version of the. With graphics being so good nowadays, pretty much you're almost playing movies anyways. But still, I would want to see it stay true to its like source material, because I would just be a little disappointed technically if I'm like watching it and it's like, because no one said go off and start making something else. A lot of times they don't actually have like the creators of the video game to do the storyline to the movie sometimes, and so then it kind of gets weird. And they'll like change, like, I think there's some, I can't remember what it was. But like sometimes whenever you do stuff like that, stuff gets changed that shouldn't be changed, and it kind of messes with the storyline or lore or whatever. Like, oh yeah, like manga into anime. It's kind of like that. So I watched this anime called One Piece. In the anime, in the manga, there's this whole big scene about when a specific character could cut through steel. But the anime didn't realize that happened later on. So they had like a filler episode where the guy was like, yeah, I can cut through steel. But then later on, he's all like, man, I don't think I can cut through steel, but let's try. And so stuff like that can happen. And then so you're just watching it like, what the heck? Like, that's not right.
But what about Angry Birds? Because that didn't have any story to it at all. It was just you're flinging birds into, what was it, like bricks or whatever?
Like with bricks and wood with pigs inside of it or something.
And apparently they thought that was a good idea to make a movie out of it. And it turned out to be absolutely garbage. So, with Fruit Ninja coming up, you remember what that was?
Isn't it like a game where you just like swipe across your phone and like cuts fruit as it... So they're making a movie out of that?
Apparently, yeah. That is what I read online, although you can't trust everything online. But yes, I'm not sure how they can make a movie out of that.
Well, they made an emoji movie,
So yeah, I don't know how they're supposed to make a story out of Fruit Ninja, But I guess they have some kind of mindset going on that hopefully people will remember that game, because I think it was just popular for like back in what, 2010 or something.
Yeah, it was like back when I was in high school.
Yeah. I remember just playing it once, and then I'm like thinking, this is dumb.
I can see it as a game just being able to like kill time. You know, you're like, man, I'm bored. I gotta wait for this to happen 30 minutes. It's like, oh, well, might as well pop up some Fruit Ninja. Like, I could understand that, but still, a movie out of it. Like, what is it gonna be doing in the movie? Throwing fruits at somebody and they just chop them up? Like, or the ninja's gonna be made of fruits? Like, would it be like different type of fruit, like people fighting each other or something?
They'd be cutting themselves up.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
But yeah, I think like it was just a game to pass time, because if you ever played Temple Run, it's about this game where you're running really, really fast through like this temple, and you have like these monsters chasing after you, and you do things like you jump over trees, you jump over, like there'd be holes, and then you have to jump over that. You have to turn right, left, and if you mess up, then you see the monsters behind you, and if you mess up again, then you're caught.
That sounds creepy.
But I'm pretty sure that Hollywood would find some way to make a game out of that, even though you're just running through a temple. Maybe it'd be like some kind of Indiana Jones.
Could be, actually.
Without the good in it.
I mean, it could be interesting, I feel like. I kind of feel like, yeah, I thought they could make more of a movie out of that than freaking Fruit Ninja. But, yeah, I feel like it could be decent, maybe. Like, it doesn't sound too weird to me, I don't think.
Is it because, like, with Fruit Ninja, you're just cutting up fruit?
Yeah, like, that's, like, the worst. Like, there's no way that's true. There's no way that's really being made a movie. Like, I don't know, that's weird. What can you get out of that?
I don't know, but apparently they'll find a way. Also, there is Call of Duty, which I actually think, I've never actually played Call of Duty, but what I can assume is that it's like a shooter game and you're in some kind of war.
Yep, I used to play them all the time.
I feel like that could work, because we have seen some soldier movies, war movies.
Like, because really, honestly, story mode to the games, other than the fact that there's a lot of heavy gunfire, story mode to the games, I used to really, really like them. Like, yeah, those stories to those games are actually pretty good. So, but I actually feel like when it comes to making a movie to Call of Duty, I don't think that they would actually just take a story from one of the games and put it into the form of a movie. Like, they might make a movie, like they'll make a movie of the game, and they might use some of the familiar characters. I feel like they might pull some of those characters out and put them into the movie because they were recognizable characters, but it might be its own story. So I guess that kind of goes against what I said earlier, that they should stay true to the source. But I guess it also just depends on what it is. Yeah. If you need to stay true, or if you can kind of go on something different.
Yeah, they're actually, I think they're making a Minecraft movie in 2022.
What?
Yeah.
I guess it'll be for kids, I guess.
I mean,
I'm just thinking about the way it looks. Like, if you make a Minecraft movie real live action.
I don't think they're going to do live action. Okay. That would be so dumb.
Yeah, like, that wouldn't make any freaking sense. I know they made so Minecraft had like a game, but then there was like another thing that Minecraft eventually came out with, like a Minecraft storyline or story mode or something like that. And it looked really ugly. Like, you know, Minecraft is known for their like really like bad renderings or whatever. Not renderings, what's the term I'm looking for? Well, you know, the graphics aren't very pretty to look at. But in that game, I think they looked better, and they had more realistic faces and stuff, and it's like, ugh. Like, like, keep the faces looking like a mess. Like, that's what it's supposed to look like. Like, I don't like Minecraft, but I know what it's supposed to look like, and changing it too much. So that's what. Well, and so that's what I'm feeling about that. That if they do it, I guess hopefully they will stay true to the way the game is supposed to look. Like, that's why I feel, at least they should keep the weird looking, ugly looking graphics for it.
They should keep it?
Yeah, because it'll be weird if you see them weird squared people, but then like everything looks great on them. It's like that's not the way it's supposed to look.
Well, I mean, the Lego movie, the graphics were pretty good. If they actually used actual Legos, that would be weird.
Yeah, it would be weird. And they also, that's another thing I didn't like about the Lego movies. They bend in dimensions they're not supposed to. They can lift their arms up like the way a human can, but actual Legos can't. Like, I don't know, even when I was a kid, that always bugged me. But, yeah, I feel what you're saying, though.
So, I think, like, a live action movie that I want to see is The Legend of Zelda. But I'm kind of, like, a little bit wary, I want to say, because if you ever seen the animated show...
Excuse me, princess.
I knew you were going to do that, and now I so hate you for it. I feel like if they do want to make a Legend of Zelda movie, then they can't have Link talk.
They're actually making a Netflix, I think, is making something with it. I can't remember if they're making an anime or if it's like a live action thing, though. But I heard that Netflix is, or they want to, or they're trying to make something out of Zelda. But yeah, Link shouldn't talk.
Yeah, Link should not talk. I think it's more powerful that he has facial expressions, but he just doesn't talk. I mean, that's actually been done in silent movies, is that everything is done through facial expression.
Silent movies are hilarious, though. Some of the best comedy.
I've actually never... Well, I watched the Frankenstein one.
Frankenstein. I never have. I've seen a little bit of Nosferatu, and there's these other ones. And yeah, though, which like I said, their facial expressions are freaking nuts in those. Because they can't talk, and all they do is just play music. So they got to get a way to get emotion through one somehow. And yeah, that would be really cool to see Link making all sorts of extreme, crazy facial expressions. Because even in Breath of the Wild, actually, with, you like cook food, and he eats the food and his facial expression, like when he eats something bad. Like, you can tell it's bad. So yeah, I think that would be actually a cool idea. Then.
So, do you think that they should do just any story? Like, for instance, they should do, like, the Majora's Mask? Or do you think they should make up a new story? Because we were talking about how they should stay close to the source material, or whether they should not stay close to the source material.
If the creators of it are part of making the new story, then I feel like they can make something new. But I don't know, actually, because this is like really every Zelda. There's like a lot of Zelda games, and they're like all like their own freaking storyline. Every freaking one of them is like a different world almost. It's like there's a bunch of different Links. There are a bunch of different Zeldas. So I feel like making a new storyline for that one wouldn't be as bad, because literally every game is a new story. Like there's even like Dynasty Warriors games. So there's like a Hyrule Warriors game, had its own storyline. Nothing. It was actually like a mesh between all the worlds of all the different Zeldas. It was like 5 Links. No, how many Links were in that game? There's only like 3 different Links, but still, it had a whole different storyline. And my brother played it. I didn't play it, but he said the story was it's actually pretty good. So they can make a pretty good story off of something that's new.
I feel like, well, what about like, because Legend of Zelda is not just a story game. It has fighting, which that can be done, but it does have puzzle solving. So that takes up a big part of the game. That is pretty much what separates it from any other fighting game, is the puzzle solving.
That is true, and I don't know how they would do that without it just being some Indiana Jones thing or something. But, I never thought about that. Have they ever adapted a puzzle solving game like that into a movie before?
I don't think so.
I don't know how to, because I know they want to, because there's Uncharted, the whole Uncharted series. And there's one, and it's like of when the main character Nathan Drake was younger, I think. And so those games have a lot of freaking puzzles and stuff in it too. So I guess we're eventually gonna see how they would make something like that into a movie.
So, can you think of any movies or TV shows that you would like to see into video games? Because even like to like the 80s, people were making video games off of movies. Like, for instance, Jaws, that had its own video game. I think E.T. did too. Because I've been trying to Google some movies and TV shows, and they already have video games to it. I don't think that it has a video game to it, and it's called Monk. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Isn't that like a doctor or something?
No, it's this
Detective?
Yeah,
Okay.
and what he does for the police is he finds out clues for them because he can see some discrepancies, and he'll like solve cases that are unsolvable or that don't even seem like a crime had occurred. So I think that they could make a good criminal video game, some kind of mystery video game to it. So yeah, I think that video games can work to be turned into movies, as long as you have good writers. I think what we have seen before is that the writers are just not good.
That's the main problem.
All right. Well, if you liked this video, which of course you did, you watched till the end, then go ahead and hit that like button.
Gia.
What?
It says Gia. It's a hype sound. Come on.
And you might as well just mosey down to the subscribe button, please. I have to deal with this. And do be sure to check out Elky's channel, even though it seems like it is a wasteland.
I haven't put anything on there in like 4 years or 5, and I haven't streamed on Twitch in like 4 years or 5.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I don't even have a Twitch thing.
Well, it'd be cool to get one.
I could, but I don't want to. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Deuces.
Gosh, I hate you.